smokers, guys, we have woken up to bad news in regards to Apple. Holy smokes, Apple stock is falling. Apple chip suppliers are falling across the board here. We got a bad situation with Apple. Oh my gosh. Signs of poor demand for iPhone 8 fueled more market questions over Apple's double 2017 iPhone release strategy, sending its shares down as much as 2.6% here on Thursday. The chief executive of Canada's largest mobile network, Rogers Communications, said appetite for the latest iPhone has been, quote, anemic, guys. But the debate also hints from some analysts in a Taiwan media report of a cut in iPhone 8 production, okay? They're cutting iPhone 8 production. This sends Apple stock down, obviously. This sends suppliers that I own, someone like a Cirrus Logic, which we'll talk about in just a minute, down over 4% today. Across the board, just anything related to Apple, just down. And I'm like, really? This is news? Like, this is news story? This is enough to send Apple shares down? I'm like, there's a clear misunderstanding of Apple's customer base. There's a clear misunderstanding of Apple's customer base in the developed countries, okay? Apple customers do not try to cheap out on Apple products. The majority of Apple customers buy Apple products not to save money, not to have a lesser, but because they want the best thing. They want what they feel is the best product available, okay? So, iPhone 8 has come out here. That's going to be the second best iPhone. As of November 3rd, when those phones start getting out in production, right? Well, it's already in production. People will actually start receiving them November 3rd, right? That will be the best iPhone out there, the best performance across the board, whether you're talking camera specs, whether you're talking, CPU performance, and then all that kind of stuff, all the benchmarks and whatnot. Across the board, that will be by far the best iPhone. So if you're an Apple customer and you live in a developed country, okay, and you got the money to buy, a high-end smartphone, what are you going to buy? Without question, you're going to buy iPhone 10, okay? You're not going to cheap out and just, let me get the iPhone 8. No, that's a clear misunderstanding of what Apple customers are. The main part of Apple's business, right, is not selling cheaper products, okay? There's a reason the newer iPhones always sell more and more than the past iPhones, correct? So this whole thing about, iPhone 8 demand is slow, it's like, it should be slow. It should be anemic because they got the better product coming out here within a month. So why would somebody go out and buy an iPhone 8? It literally makes no sense. Why would somebody in a developed country who's got the money, why would someone go out and buy an iPhone 8 when a much better product is coming out the following month? It literally just doesn't make sense. So the fact that iPhone 8 demand is not super strong is like, of course, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. iPhone 8 is like, just kind of like a filler phone in there, guys. So it amazes me. It absolutely amazes me that this is even a news story. Now, if iPhone 10 sales are anemic, then I would be worried. Then it would be like, okay, well, that's not good. If iPhone 10 sales are anemic, right? Then you got an issue. But the fact that iPhone 8 sales are anemic or weak, it's like that should be expected, man. The majority of Apple customers don't buy Apple products to save money. If they wanted to save money, they would go buy a Chinese company or they'd buy something else. They buy another product that's probably much cheaper, right? So that's a clear misunderstanding. So like I talked about with Cruise here, that's a position I've added probably about 2 months ago. I added this one to 4 stocks I'm buying. I know the payoff with this one probably won't come until 12 to 24 months from now, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I actually welcome this downside move huge because I would love to add a much bigger position in Cirrus Logic. And I'm not worried about, it not doing much for over the next year. It might not. It honestly might not. It might not do much for the next 24 months. I don't know. I just want to be in this one because when the next chip launches for Cirrus Logic, well, it's already launched. They're shopping around to customers, Apple, right now, okay? When they actually get that chip into the new iPhones, which probably might not be until at least 12 months from now, if not 24 months from now, it's going to be enormous for the company, like potentially doubling the company, doubling the revenues and profits overnight, essentially. So I'd rather be in this one early and hold shares, and even if I go down on shares and lower my cost basis, I'm fine with this one. I'm absolutely fine with that situation happening. I welcome this one going down more than any stock, honestly. It's probably the only stock that I literally wish would go down right now, because I want to add a bigger position in this one, and I want to be ready for when that next chip launches. So, you know, the fact that Apple suppliers go down, I'm welcoming it. I'm just amazed that it's happening. And by the way, with Apple, would I buy Apple? I would. Probably not up here, just because I already have an Apple Play and Cirrus Logic. But if Apple dropped to, like, say 140 range, heck yeah, like I'm buying that. That would be at like something like a 13 forward PE. And you're talking about, you know, the Coca-Cola of electronics. Like, come on, I'm gonna take advantage of that every time. So yeah, the iPhone 8 thing, it's just like amazes me that it's even like a question of an issue or something like that. Like, clear misunderstanding of Apple's consumer base. Clear misunderstanding. So anyways, let me know in that comment section what you guys think about this whole story. Do you think this is a big news story and this is like doomsday for Apple? Or do you think, are you kind of like me and you're like, dude, this is not a big deal? If iPhone 10 demand was anemic, then you'd have an issue. I would love to hear what you guys have to say in that comment section about this story, guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day.